Interests me with Dr. Chi is that he is a foot and ankle surgeon as well. So as we progress forward with this, we'll be touching base in those areas too. So Dr. Chi, I'd like to welcome you and thank you so much for doing this call for us today. Dr. Ahrens couldn't be with us today. I apologize. He's got other things that he needed to attend to, and he did put his apologies in. But we've got somebody that is just an expert in this area too. So I'd like to hand it over to you, Dr. Chi, and if we can talk about all the different types of diabetes and what we're looking at and how different products can actually possibly assist in that area.
Well, thank you, Jackie, for having me on. Welcome, everybody. It's great to be here and talk about what's going on. So, I have a personal interest in diabetes because I am diabetic myself, and that alone right there should definitely be a major interest for myself and anyone else. But just realize this: I'm not going to go into details on all the science and physiology behind it. I want you to understand simply, whether you're type 1, type 2 or not. It's just all it is your body has a lot of glucose, a lot of sugar within our bloodstream, and somehow our pancreas cannot create enough insulin to really manage that, and that's why our numbers are high, and so that's why we get managed with the medications. And I got interested in diabetes when I was in college, when I researched that, and then that's where foot and ankle surgery became an interest, because at that point in time there was a big project going on throughout the world, like limb salvage, and we have to deal with the end stage of diabetic foot infections, and trust me, you don't want to be a part of that. You don't want any part of it whatsoever. I'm talking about from yourself, from your family members, because it's drastic. It is so bad. It is so severe. And just understand that, I think things happen for a reason, and just happens that we have incredible products that we have here at Valentus. And I'll tell you, I cannot express enough how important what we have is going to do for everyone. Obviously, here in the States, we can't make medical claims. We can't make medical suggestions or any of that sort. But I can tell you this: we have the right products to help manage, regulate the sugar that people have. And so, when you're talking about, it doesn't, just think about this: diabetes, it is the fastest growing disease in the world. Jackie can regurgitate numbers to you later in terms of what is it worldwide or even in Australia, but I think she knows the numbers. But I'll tell you, it is drastically growing out of control. And even the healthcare industry worldwide still has not had a full grasp on it yet. I really wish it would, because it is killing many people throughout the entire world. And because, diabetes is it is the bottom line to everything. And you add that to obesity and diabetes, understand this: it increases the risk of everything else. So if you're obese, it's going to increase your risk of having serious effects on your heart, on your lungs, on your liver, on your kidney, every organ in your body, because diabetes will exacerbate the symptoms and make it worse for each and every one of us. So you're at a higher risk to getting all types of different problems, especially right now what's going on in terms of the pandemic. We're at risk being diabetic. That's a huge risk. But I feel very confident in what we have here with our products. I feel so confident that I go out beyond the norm, and I take, at least 8 Emulin every day. I'm on Emulin C. I don't deviate from that. I feel good with that, and I'm confident, and I trust what Dr. Aaron talked about. If I didn't trust, I would not be taking 8 a day for the last 18 months since Emulin was become part of our company. I would not do it, right? 8 a day, right? Think about that. So it's all about trust and belief, and I totally believe in it. I've seen a lot of you take it. I've seen my own results. I've seen people who I give it to very cautiously, and post-surgically, some of these individuals, they go, wow, I can't believe my swelling is so much better. And, you know, again, I see some of these things. I see post-operatively, you know, what we do surgically, and it takes a long, long time for example, you know, for recovery. And I'll tell you, Emulin does a wonderful thing. But imagine what it can do for each and every one of us, or for the people that we know who have diabetes, right? And a lot of question comes up, and even with type 1 diabetes, type 1 means you're a child, your pancreas totally does not work whatsoever. And so, and therefore you are literally diabetic, you can't control, you have no pancreas, it doesn't work. And so that's the overall general term about that. And you have to understand that with that, obviously you can't go in and go, okay, we're gonna cure type 1 diabetes because of Emulin. It's not gonna happen, okay? It's not. Our body needs insulin, natural insulin produced by the body, and you cannot replace that with Emulin, okay? Or at least we cannot make the claim. But think about this. Imagine, I'm gonna give you a scenario so you understand. And Jackie will you know, talk about it as well, or mention if she agree with me or not. But think about, imagine if you're on insulin. Imagine if you were on 10 units 2 times a day, for example. Let's say that, okay, 10 units of insulin twice a day. And you're on that number, 10 units, and let's say you're on an insulin pump, okay? Insulin pump, it actually is the best way to control your sugar. I'm telling you right now, it is the best way, because it's a computer. It will monitor your sugar. And let's say whatever the number is, it's gonna pump you 10 units of insulin. Now, what if, here's my question to you. What if with Emulin, that our sugar gets a little bit better in control, and that pump decides to, instead of pump 10 units, is gonna pump maybe 8, right? Twice a day, or 7. Don't you feel that that's better because you have less of an quote unquote artificial insulin into your body, right? It is, right? That makes sense? Does that make sense how that thought is? Imagine that's so much better because your sugar is controlled. Because you know, I talked to my friend the other day, you know, he's 36 years old. I asked him recently, how is your sugar? He says it's 340s in the mornings. I go, what are you taking? He goes, he's taking 2,000 metformin twice a day. 2,000. I go, with 2,000 BID twice a day, your sugar is still 340? I go, you really gotta get a hold on this. What are you drinking? I question him as though I'm his doctor. Okay, he's my friend. I don't want anything to happen to him. Because I told him of the possible complications. Here are the possible complications: blindness, kidney failure, increased infection, increase of all types of different diseases, increase your chance of heart attack, stroke, everything, because you're diabetic. And so, you know, I've been asking him, yeah, he's been eating better. He's taking less sodas, but his sugar is still 270, 260. And I said, look, I want you to be on this Emulin 3. And I told him straight, you order 3, I will send you 3. Because I want you on 4 twice a day. And I want to see how your sugar does with the 6 bottles. And he did. Okay, I gave him the value in terms of what we have. I gave him the value of the Emulin. Do not even think about the expenses. When people ask you about, oh, it costs too much. Oh, it costs too much. If I buy 1, it's $59. Don't even go, well, you can buy 3, it's less money. It is less money, but that's not the point. The point is, I would love for each and every one of you to understand what Emulin does. So you have a knowledge. So So you look like a person who's knowledgeable to that person you're talking to about Emulin. Because if they don't believe you, if they don't believe you, why would they order from you if they don't believe you, right? So even I had to give my friend the value of what Emulin does. Even though I'm a physician, but I still got to give him the value so he believes me or not, right? And you got it. That's why it's so crucial for us to learn and learn about the products. I mean, and take into account that we have a products that got Dr. Ahrens 2 nominations for the Nobel Prize. What does that mean to me or to you? What does that mean to each of us? It should mean we should take that as being the precedent in terms of the top products we have, documented products. You have to realize there's a committee that does the nominations, right, for the Nobel Prize. How can someone get 2 nominations for that product? That tells me, as a person, understand the Nobel Prize, Peace Prize, that is a huge, huge, significant importance in terms of what we have. Now, when you pitch that, you say exactly what I just said now about Emulin, and it got Dr. Ahrens 2 nominations. That is important. And think about, you know, what he talked about with all the inflammatory, you know, management of inflammation, management of sugar and carbohydrate. Those are significant, because like you heard them before, everything is going to be broken down to sugar. And so whether or not we're diabetic, we still got to take care of ourselves. We got to take care of our inflammation, take care of our carbohydrate, our diet. You got to have a better lifestyle. You got to exercise too. It will not do its justice by itself. It can't. It's not a miracle, right? It's not a miracle. I tell people even then, because when somebody don't believe and don't see results right away. I had another lady say, well, I haven't seen results at all in a month, 1 bottle. I go, well, you got to give it a try. Here's an example I gave that lady. I go, think about this. You're diabetic. You went to your doctor. He gave you, let's say, 500 milligrams of metformin twice a day. He put you on that regimen for 3 months. He's going to have you back for a 3-month follow-up. Why is he having you back for 3-month follow-up? I asked that person. I go, here's why. Because your doctor will do another lab work on you, check on your A1C and your sugar level based on what he gave you. 500 milligram metformin twice a day. And then he compares your previous A1C to the current A1C 3 months later, and he will make the adjustment according to the labs. And my point here, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta give it time. If you see your doctor treat you for high blood pressure, for cholesterol, they do the same thing. They said, take this amount, we'll see you back in 3 months. Here's the lab work, go do it, and we will assess you and we'll make the adjustment. Same thing with Emulin. You gotta give it some time. It's not a product that can give you immediate result. It's not like the coffee, it's not like the E3, it's not like anything else. It's a long-term result product, just like, for example, the Prevail More Detox and so on and so forth, you know, long-term product. So you have to really understand that. So my point here to you is just understand that you have to know the value and know what it does for us. And once you do, you're not going to have any problem getting people to understand and to make the order for them, because it is about their health. We already are believers. We're taking it. But how about them? So that's our project. That's our mission for each and every one of us, is to go out there, understand all that, so you can give value and have confidence in yourself to give it, that product, enough confidence that people will believe you and will reorder.